I just, I
Thank you for tuning in. This is Charlene live on iArt Radio with Mommy Crypto. Welcome, Michelle. Keep talking.
thank you so much, Charlene. It's a pleasure being here with you today. Thank you so much for the invitation.
You're welcome. So we are just trying to catch up. We were so excited about the convention that took place last on October 1st, and it was off the chain. Talk about blockchain technology, Bitcoin, NFTs. We had a virtual reality. We had all kinds of great stuff there at the Utah Bitcoin and Technology Summit. And Michelle was the artist of the day. You're the artist that we featured, and Lola and Lotus Burnquist were also there. But we launched our newest adventure, Tokens Magazine. And on the cover of Tokens Magazine is Michelle's work. This is an NFT that she produced, and it is now the cover of the first edition of Tokens Magazine. Michelle, thank you for coming on. Tell us about this great piece that you did that made it to the cover of Tokens Magazine.
Thank you so much, Charlene. I love this piece. I call it The Birth of Bitcoin. It was actually named by the community on Reddit because I have this, almost like a meditational type of work, which is to make these little, tiny little circles. And it's a very time consuming technique. And throughout making this piece, I shared the piece on the Reddit, on Bitcoin group on Reddit, and kind of everybody jumped in and they said, we really love this piece. And someone jumped in and said, this looks like the birth of Bitcoin. And I just loved it because it became a very interactive piece in which people participated in the creation. It wasn't named by me, but it was inspired by my meditational journey, and I just love drawing curves, geometric shapes, and I'm very fascinated with Bitcoin, so I wanted to do a piece that represented Bitcoin. And I think, to me, the little dots actually represent nodes, because the Bitcoin network is organic. It's something that keeps growing, and it grows naturally in an organic way. So I wanted to make a piece that had the organic feel and that represented Bitcoin and its birth in a way. So this is it.
This
I
is
was
it.
it. I was so excited because you guys surprised me. I did not expect to see the piece on the cover of the magazine. So when you sent the cover to me, I was blown away because you really made it so special. And then in the end of the event, knowing that you actually have that original made it even more special. So I want to thank you so much. The original used to hang right here, behind me, where this little guy is, and now the issue is with you. The original is with you, and I have the issue of the magazine staying inside. Now
Well,
the most
Well, thank you so much, Michelle. I'll let you come back in a second here. I just want to welcome our listeners and viewers to the show. Today is an awesome day in Bitcoin history. We've launched Token Magazine on the 1st of October at the Utah Bitcoin and Technology Summit held at Utah Valley University. And the artwork for the launch of Tokens Magazine, which is a curation of all things blockchain, all things Bitcoin, all things about the whole cryptocurrency network and new technologies. So this magazine's first edition, it's 100 pages, and it's got a perfect bound spine with first edition engraved on the side and the front. And then on the front page, the cover page, is what we're talking about. Michelle Mafra, the NFT artist, that launched this NFT online, and that NFT made it to the cover of Tokens magazine as the first edition. Now, you guys, if you have a copy of this magazine, the first edition of Tokens magazine, which I'm holding up in my hand here, you want to hold on to that forever because it's going to be valued something later on. Now, not only is the artwork extremely important, but the stories we covered. We did a story on you, Michelle, in the magazine, and your work, and you bringing traditional art and merging that traditional art with digital art into the NFT space, and giving artists, traditional artists, the opportunity to launch some of their existing work and to create new work for the digital era. I like to tell people, welcome to the era of harnessing. We're harnessing all of our talents. We're harnessing the best energies, the best feelings and emotions that surround us or among each other. It's just a great time. And I had an amazing time. I mean, it was a lot of work for me at the Utah Bitcoin and Tech Summit at UVU, but I was so happy to meet you. I was so happy to meet all the other NFT artists such an amazing experience for me. Tell us, what was your experience at the Utah Bitcoin Conference?
Oh my goodness. I would say that this is probably one of the most coziest and resourceful events I ever been to. And I've been to plenty Bitcoin crypto events in LA, Miami, San Francisco. And this was really a special gathering because there was a lot of resourceful information, a lot of education. I feel like I learned so much about several new topics that I wasn't familiar with. There were several products there that I would like to try at several blockchains that, developers and blockchains that I really thought they had unique products and unique propositions. So I really feel like I'm going to explore so much of what I learned in this conference. I met incredible people. I feel like every time I go to a conference, I make new friends, and I not only met new friends, but I also saw friends that I know for over the course of 4 years, 5 years in this industry. So I would say it was a top-notch event. The magazine is simply amazing. The quality that is in the magazine, the articles that are in the magazine, and I definitely agree with you, because when I see the Bitcoin conference and the issues put out by Bitcoin Magazine, and over time, those issues became, a little piece of history. So I see this magazine as like a little piece of history. It's capturing this moment in time, and it's a moment of a lot of change, a lot of innovation, a lot of development. So having this glimpse of today in this issue is really fabulous. And for the art, what happened to me is I'm an artist. I graduated in art from San Diego State University. I'm a mom. I don't have a lot of time to create, but it's a passion. And when I saw NFT technology, I got inspired again. And because I understand the technology, some of my colleagues and friends, they started saying, hey, I would like to know and understand about this. So my goal now is basically help, contemporary artists that are out there in the community doing their pieces, understand this technology. And it doesn't matter how much you explain, unless you do it and you do it in practice, you really don't take that leap. Because I tell people, instead of buying Bitcoin, download a wallet and I'll send you $1 in Bitcoin just so you can see the power of it, because unless you use it and you play with it, it becomes just a concept. But once you're hands-on diving into the technology, you understand that it's not as complicated. It's kind of as simple as sending an email, and then, my job right now is basically to introduce new artists, inspire them to widen their reach, and hopefully lead them in a way in which they can find sovereignty and be able to do this themselves,
Well,
so.
that is powerful, and the education and leading towards adoption of cryptocurrencies, technologies, and blockchain NFT art is amazing time to be in. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Charlene Live on iHeartRadio 99.1 FM, 105.9, and 570 AM on your radio dial. Now, if you're in Salt Lake City and you think, oh my goodness, I wish I knew about it, I missed out on the Utah Bitcoin and Technology Summit, don't worry, guys. We are going to be back at UVU in April. So save the date. The month of April, we're still trying to zeroing on the date, but April of 2022, we're going to be back at UVU. And if you also thought, oh my goodness, I missed out on all that information. No, guys, we have the Tokens magazine available online. So go to UtahBitcoinConference.com, where you can secure for yourself a signed copy. Now, all the artists who were featured in the magazine, we had them sign the magazine pages featuring their NFT profiles. And all of the signed copies, there are only 50 signed copies left. We had 150 signed, and we only have 50 left. Not 100. Not 150. We had 100 signed, and now we only have 50 left. So many people wanted to have the signature copy of the first edition of Tokens Magazine. But if you go to TOKENSMagazine.com, that's TOKENSMagazine.com, you can buy a signed edition, special edition. You can also download the PDF. I think it's $9 to download the PDF, but the signed copies, I think, are going for $29. Now, if you don't have any knowledge about Bitcoin, blockchain, and the whole 9 yards of what's going on with this new digital age, this era of harnessing, you are not the only one. We had so many guests coming out to the Bitcoin Summit who had this was just a curiosity moment for them, and they left inspired, they left educated, they left excited. We had opportunity to teach you how to download that wallet that Michelle was talking about. We are also breaking new ground with real estate and blockchain. We had an amazing presentation by the Quest crypto technology people. They are tokenizing the equity out of your real estate. They're tokenizing every value that you can hold in real estate. You've got property anywhere, whether it's farmland or homes or commercial property, undeveloped property, regions. If you own an island, you can tokenize it, because that's exactly what they're doing. Everybody's crazy about El Salvador, which I hear you're going down to El Salvador. So,
Rodrigo is actually going. I may not be able to go to El Salvador because it clashes with another event that I'm attending, but I'm going to there is a chance I'm going to go to Salvador, Brazil, which is a Brazilian convention that we have in the capital of Bahia. So there is a Salvador in Brazil as well. Rodrigo, who attended our convention, he
he's
was
a movie maker. Rodrigo is a movie maker, and he's going to be premiering the movie of our first Utah Bitcoin conference that we had on October 1st. So Rodrigo is making the movie for that, and he makes movies everywhere he goes around the world, right?
He has amazing documentaries in Venezuela, Colombia, in Switzerland. He's just traveled all over the world. He has an amazing cryptocurrency insight. So he really showcases the problem of inflation, the most deep economic problems that these third world countries have. He is just showcasing to us. And if we keep printing money the way we are, there is a good chance it's probably going to happen to us too. So it's really important to understand
Yes.
how inflation can affect our system, and right now we are in the middle of it, right in the eye of the hurricane, I would say.
We are. And speaking about printing, if you wanted to get a printed copy and a signed copy of Tokens Magazine First Edition, just go to tokensmagazine.com and you'll see the option there to get the magazine. And Michelle, your work in this magazine is not only on the cover, you've got some amazing NFTs that we featured on page, let's see, you've got page 43 through 60. It's all artwork, these amazing artists. Lotus Burnquist, her artwork just she did
Yeah,
what's this one called? This one's
that's
called
called Lucid Dreams.
Lucid Dreams. It's a dream catcher. And my son, I have a 6-year-old, and he's got a dream catcher hanging from the ceiling over a bed because he's afraid
Mine,
of
mine
dying
too.
there.
We got it in Brazil. And by the way, her son is very talented as well. And you will see his artwork inside of the magazine too. He is
Yes.
adorable. Yes, he's such a little man. He, so cute. And
Yeah, my son, he's into space technology, and he's into what do you call, he wants to go to the Florida space station, and his work is in here. He did an amazing drawing of the whole solar system and all the planets, and he does this every single day. That's what he lives for. And so I've got his artwork in here as well. But we really, really, really did a great job on putting together and featuring people who had their art, their messages, their technologies in this first edition of Tokens Magazine. And like I said, the cover, you are listening to the artist on the radio, Michelle Mafra, whose NFT made the cover of Tokens Magazine, first edition in print, 100 pages. Michelle, you made me proud. I mean, a lot of people are congratulating me on the magazine. I know I did the work putting it together, but if I didn't have the content and the art, and it would not be what it is today. If I just wrote a couple stories and throw it in the book, it wouldn't be of any value, or at least as much value. But I think, a year from now, people are going to be wanting to find one of these copies, especially the signed copies, with the artwork in there. Now, what's the next phase for you? You talk about educating people, putting on art shows, NFT art shows, blockchain technology, going to events. But what's the big picture? What's on the horizon for you?
well, I think education is still something that I love to do. I think I'm always going to be trying to help people navigate this space because I do think that people need a hand. Unfortunately, in this industry, sometimes you make mistakes, or maybe the technology is not it's not prepared enough for the mainstream. So I just want to be there and be a safe ground for people who want good advice. But at the same token, I can tell that it's growing. The reach of my blog is growing, the reach of my channel is growing. This movement that I'm creating is having an appeal because I'm getting contacts from artists, and now taking to the next level. I mean, I have an opportunity now to do art for a crypto reality show. So I'm gonna be doing art directing for them. I do a lot of background work in the level of partnerships and connecting, South Latin America projects into the United States, and bringing, global projects into Latin America. So I call it, I'm a multitasker because, and I graduated in arts, and then I graduated in graphic design. I have a master's in business. So, I do a little bit of everything, and I tell people that nothing of this is work because I love so much. So when people call me and I need to make a connection, or I need to think of a partnership, I just, now that I have this full scope of what's going on, it's so easy for me to see clear and to see a realm of opportunities. And I just want to share this realm of opportunity with others because I feel like we are so limited, since COVID. There is almost like a depressive mode in the world, and I want to spark the energy and the wish to not come out again, but literally like live and have a health.
A rebirth, like the birth of Bitcoin, like your art on the magazine cover.
It is a
Thank
wide
you.
rebirth. Yes, a wide
Yes.
rebirth.
Thank you, Michelle, for coming and joining the show today. You guys are tuned in to Charlene live on iHeartRadio, broadcasting live from Salt Lake City, Utah. Our guest is Michelle Mafra. She goes by Mommy Crypto online. You can find her, follow her on your favorite social channel there. But we're broadcasting on stations here in Salt Lake City, 105.9 FM, 99.1 and 570 on the AM dial. And if you are tuned in, you did not miss that much. Well, yes, you did. You missed it, but you can catch glimpses of it with the Tokens magazine, which came out on October 1st uh, in tandem with the Utah Bitcoin conference that was held October 1st. And one of the things that we're going to be doing is, we're now that we have the first edition under our belt, we're going to be producing this magazine quarterly, and we're going to be doing our next event is in Redding, California, where we're going to be doing another amazing Bitcoin and technology show in Shasta County, and it's going to be the Shasta Bitcoin and Technology Summit, and that's coming up on March 18 to 19. You can get tickets early, pre-register at my website, the Utah Bitcoin Conference.com, and we're going to be doing that again at UVU in April. So many things on the calendar. We are on a mission to really drive adoption by driving it and actually having events, going out in the community, because the Bitcoin and the blockchain community is very tight and they like to have meetups and events with each other. But now, thank you to our great sponsors and outreach partners, we're taking the show on the road. Did you see the bus? You got to ride on the Bitcoin bus, didn't you?
I did. I love the bus rides. If you guys ever have a bus, just call me, because I feel like crypto buses are like a bonding experience. I took a ride. My first crypto bus ride was in 2019 from Los Angeles to San Francisco in the Bit bus with Sam Bozek, Crypto Stash, Mark Moss. And I definitely feel like we became great friends. And then taking the bus in Utah with you guys was just amazing. It's like a place where we connect.
We had Jeff Crane with the NFT movie, which is coming out. The NFT, the movie, is coming out, talking about NFTs. We had, who else? We had Litecoin Leader, we had Bitcoin Ben, we had all the top notches on the bus, and we went out for dinner, we rode around Utah, we drove around taking people to the airport with all their faces on the side of the bus, and of course, yours truly, my face on the bus too, but it was an amazing ride. It's a great time.
I have a feeling next time I see you, that bus is going to have more stickers on it. That's for sure. Yeah. Because it's just a beautiful piece. All the artwork you had on it, everything is amazing. And I definitely think meeting Jeff was the highlight for me, because I went to the Shitcoin conference in Miami, and I was present during the recording of that movie. And I actually had pictures of the car he had in Miami. And then when he told me that he is the producer of that movie, I was so excited, because I cannot wait to watch the NFT movie. I think it's going to be amazing. I think this is going to
he's launching the movie at Sundance in Park City at Sundance Film Festival. And if that doesn't happen, he's already got trailers out. The movie is NFT the movie. And we are so excited. Miss Teen Crypto is in the movie. All the A-listers of the NFT space and the Bitcoin and blockchain space
Campbell, Jack Storms, Brittany Kaiser, Brock Pierce. I mean, his movie is just the little preview that we had there gave me chills. So
Yes.
I'm super excited, super
And
excited.
that was the premiere. The Utah Bitcoin Conference on October 1st was the premiere of the trailer. That was the first time the public got to see the trailer of NFT, the movie.
Yeah,
Just this a little a taste of that. So big things are coming, folks. You
yeah.
want to catch on. You want to jump on the bus. You want to be part of the adoption. You want to be on the crypto train, the digital train, whatever you want to call it. Follow us. Come along with us. This is Charlie live on iHeartRadio with Tokens Magazine. First edition signed copies online for sale now at tokensmagazine.com. Tokens Magazine, we are on the air with the artist whose NFT drawings and artwork is the cover of Tokens Magazine. Yes, we had Litecoin Lisa, Miss Lisa Davis. She stole the show during the luncheon, don't you think?
I think she's amazing. I definitely want to send a big thank you to Lisa, because she's the one who introduced us, and she's always connecting, and she's a person that showed me so much support over the years. We have a show together every Monday at 2 o'clock. PTS time, Pacific Standard Time here in California, and it's in her YouTube channel. So if you ever miss her or me, join us. Yeah, Litecoin Lisa. And it's just a big shout out to her because she is the one
She
who
made
got
it happen.
She
She
made it
made it
happen.
happen.
She's incredible.
Yes. And if you want to be a part of what's happening, folks, this is Charlene live on iHeartRadio, 105.9 FM, 570 on the AM dial, and 99.1. That's Bloomberg News Radio, broadcasting live out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And if you want to pre-register early for the next Bitcoin and Technology Summit, go to tokensmagazine.com, where you can register for the next event and also purchase a signed copy of the Tokens Magazine first edition. Now, this is signed by every artist and speaker and dignitary who is present at the Utah Bitcoin Summit on October 1st. You'll never have another first edition. No matter how great every other edition will be, which it will be, you'll never get another first edition that's signed by the artist whose NFT is already blown up the internet. Now it's in print on the cover of the first edition of Tokens Magazine. You also don't want to miss what's coming down the pike. If you've got a business, you need to figure out how to connect your business to the blockchain, how to receive payments in Bitcoin, how to receive payments in all of the crypto coins that are coming out every day. Folks, there are over 12,000 crypto coins listed on the coin market cap, showing all the crypto coins. This is a $2 trillion industry. It's not going anywhere. No matter all the naysayers on Bitcoin and crypto, it's here to stay. And we are living proof of that, because NFT artwork is going for millions of dollars. Artists and collectors are investing in some of these first stage early artwork. And I'm so glad you're able to join us, Michelle. Please come back to the show again.
I will. You invite me and I'll be here, Charlene. I love you. You're such a great soul. Whatever I can do, I'm always gonna be around.
Thank you. And go online now and pre-register for the next Bitcoin and Technology Summit and get the magazine, tokensmagazine.com. This is Charlene live on iHeartRadio.